Hey everybody, I am back here with my Scents of Days Gone By, my weekly warm wax review. That's a mouthful, I'll say that 10 times fast. Weekly warm wax review, weekly warm wax review, weekly warm wax review. Anyways, as always, check out the video description box if you do not want to sit through the whole video. You know, you can always just pick and choose whatever scents you may be interested in hearing about. Other than that, just as a recap for me for my week, I did get in my Super Tarts America sampler today. And Brandy sent me something super sweet. She sent me like a surprise gift. I'm going to talk about it in my haul video that I'm going to film later for the Super Tart sampler, but I just got that in today and I haven't gone through everything, but I'm really excited about that. Still doing pretty good on buying less wax. I'm actually feeling really good. You know, as I melt my wax, I'm enjoying it. I feel like I'm getting through my stash, really, you know, smelling it and just, you know, enjoying it. So anyways, I think I've kind of found a good balance with ordering, you know, every now and then, but not like crazy like I used to. So that's making me feel happy, and some of my energy that I used to put into like wax, now that I've got a little bit more time with fewer hauls, is actually going into that stupid Erin Condren Life Planner. And I say that in the most positive way. I mean, I really do like that planner, but like some people just are crazy good and very detailed with it, and I would never get to that level, but it's kind of fun like looking for washi tape and stuff like that. Okay, so anyways, that's what's going on with me, so that was pretty quick, so let's get into it here. The first one I want to talk about is it was like a chunky cupcake from a Life Deliberate soap company. It's in Seaside. This thing was beyond cute. It was like a blue cupcake chunk, and in the middle was a yellow duck, and the yellow duck actually had, if I remember correctly, like black eyes and like an orange bill. So it wasn't just like completely, you know, made out of yellow wax. There was a lot of detail in this thing, and I felt really bad melting it because it was probably one of the cutest pieces of wax I've ever come across. So it's in Seaside. I don't have the scent description, but obviously it smells, you know, like salty sea air, the ocean, you know, maybe some driftwood, like that kind of smell. Very, very nice. It's it's salty, but it's not too salty, if that makes any sense. So this is one of my more favorite salty sea air types of scents. I threw the whole thing into the 24-watt hot plate. I did not stay around to watch the poor duck melt. That would have broken my heart. But when I went upstairs, I had like this really nice blue colored wax pool. But it did really good in the 24-watt hot plate. It was a high to a good throw in my bedroom. I could easily smell it. Great scent, great performance. Probably one of my favorites of the week. I really enjoyed that one from a Life Deliberate soap company. The next one here is another one that I actually really enjoyed from Ava's Country Cupboard, Sherlock. These were two little grubby tarts. I threw it in the 24-watt hot plate in the bedroom, and it was a high to a good throw. It was like a, what did I write down? I wrote down it was a very masculine, woodsy, earthy scent. That's what it smelled like to me. And what's actually in here is watery notes with secret spices and precious woods. And it is just a really comforting kind of masculine scent. It is a little also on the cologne side as well, but that's okay with me. I do like cologne scents, but I really did enjoy this one. So good scent and good performance. Very happy with that. I tried to melt through a lot of my old BeauxSavonsFrais. I started going through the wax I had received in D-stashes. I think everything here I had received in a D-stash. So the first one here is Sweet Milk. You can see that I think I got this from Kirby's, so she received it, you know, back in July. So you're looking at, it's about a full year old right now. Now, when it was on cold in the bag, oh wait, it was handmade in March, so it's well over a year old. Anyway, so when it was in the bag, I could still smell it. I really do like this scent. I like milk scents. They are a little sour. They're a little something, but the sweetness of this one also comes through as well. I don't really know how to describe it. It's a milk scent, but it's like a sweeter milk scent. Obviously, it's called Sweet Milk. It's a really good one. So this was like 2 grubby tarts, if I remember correctly, something like that. I threw it in the 24-watt hot plate in the kitchen. It was last Sunday morning, so I threw it on. I went upstairs. I came back down, and the throw was so low that I didn't even know I was melting anything. I had forgot that I had put something on. I was walking around, and then I was like, oh, I should throw on a tart, and I went over and realized I was already melting something, but there was no throw from this. I'm attributing that to the age. Obviously, it's over a year old. BeauxSavonsFrais, historically for me, I know she's not in business anymore, has thrown decently. Now, I think Mimi's Tarts carries this BeauxSavonsFrais scent. I don't think I saw it in stock when I was looking for a scent description right now, but if she does carry this, I would absolutely get that scent again. Also from BeauxSavonsFrais, this was like a chunky loaf slice in Fright Night, and you can see this one is like about, what is that, like 9 months old, kind of like that. So Fright Night, it's a frosted pumpkin scent. I wasn't able to find a scent description beyond that. I cut this up into 2 chunks. I melted it once in the 24-watt hot plate in the kitchen, and then once in the Glade Warmer in the entryway. It was a high throw both times, so good performance. I think it did slightly better in the Glade Warmer in the entryway than it did in the kitchen. It had a very strong bakery scent that when it was on hot, the bakery scent was actually, I think, stronger than the pumpkin scent that I got out of this. It wasn't like overly kind of like pumpkin or anything like that. I will say that BeauxSavonsFrais wax is very hard to get out of the warmer if you use the freezer method. It's kind of like that softer, greasy wax. Once again, since Mimi's Tarts is carrying the formula, that's really the only reason I'm talking about it. I think she's still making like that type of wax formula for these scents. But yeah, freezer method is difficult. You gotta like heat up the plate afterwards and get a butter knife and really wedge it out. And I've also found generally, I think, with their type of wax, it tends to do better in the lower wattage warmers. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's a little softer. I'm not really sure. This one here, also from BeauxSavonsFrais. You can see once again, this one is around 9 months old as well. This one was an apple cider. This was a set of dentures. It was really cute with like white teeth and like a turquoise, you know, rest of the dentures, I guess. I put this one in the Glade Warmer in the entryway, and this one had a decent throw as well. It was a high throw. It did throw out as well as up when I was walking towards my front door. I could smell it as I was walking there, so that made me happy. It's a really nice spicy apple scent. I did not get any perfumey undertone out of this apple scent at all. It was very pleasing, so that one was definitely a win. This one is a newer one from BeauxSavonsFrais that I got before she closed. This was Gingerbread Guys and Snozzberry. Now, I don't have a scent description for this. It does, I cannot tell you what berries are in here. Maybe strawberry, maybe raspberry, I don't know. I don't know if Snozzberry, like, is its own fragrance oil called Snozzberry or if it's a mix, but it's a nice berry fragrance. So this one I melted in the kitchen. I put 2 of the Gingerbread Guys in the 24-watt hot plate in the kitchen. It was a lot of wax, and it really didn't do so well. I think it was too much wax. And then I put 1 Gingerbread Guy in the Glade Warmer in the entryway, and it did a little better there, but overall, it's like a low to a medium throw. And I loved this scent on cold. When I smelled this on cold, I was so excited to melt it. I couldn't wait to have that scent fill up my house, and it just didn't. But if anybody knows like what is in here so I could find a comparable fragrance from another vendor, please let me know. It was a really, really great fragrance. And I'm pretty sure I threw in too much wax the one time I melted in the 24-watt hot plates. That probably was my mistake. Going on with the BeauxSavonsFrais, these were little snowflake tarts in Avobath. Now, I had my first waxident. I've heard other people say that phrase this week. I lost my mind, and I had like I turned off my warmer, and for some reason I thought the wax pool was hard, and I like just picked it up and it went flopping everywhere, so that's what happened to this. Now, this scent does smell a lot like Avobath. Avobath is a scent from Lush. It's very energizing, zesty. It's like heavy on the lemongrass, that kind of scent. This was a perfect dupe for it. This was a good throw. I got 2 melts out of it, one time in the 24-watt in the bedroom and one time in the Glade in the bathroom. It's just a really, really good scent. I don't know if I've seen other vendors that carry the dupe for Avobath. So if anybody out there knows who does, please let me know. This is Avobath is my husband's favorite bath bomb from Lush. He just likes the way that it smells and everything. So this is a scent that he really enjoys. So I would definitely like to get more of that. Okay, going on here to Beezy Tarts. Now I had a bad week for Beezy Tarts, and as always, you know, experiences with the wax, it could be a lot of things. My nose might have been stuffed up that day. You know, I might have been a little off. The warmer, I could have, you know, maybe picked a better one. I don't know. So this one here was in Cactus and Sea Salt, and it's a pretty standard Cactus and Sea Salt scent. Don't really have a scent description, but pretty much Cactus and Sea Salt to me smells the same from every single vendor. It's a scent that I enjoy, for sure. So anyways, this one I threw in the, let me look at my notes here. I threw this one in the Glade Warmer in my bedroom, and I kept it on overnight, and I just don't remember smelling anything. I didn't smell anything while it was melted, and by the time I had gone to sleep, it had completely melted. I couldn't smell anything, and then when I wake up in the middle of the night, couldn't smell anything, and then nothing the next morning. So I just don't know. And when I smelled this like on cold before I threw it on, I almost couldn't smell much either. So it didn't have much of a cold throw, and it didn't really have any hot throw. But if I smell like the container right now, I can smell it pretty strong. So I'm not exactly sure like what the deal was. Like obviously I'm not a wax expert. I don't know like what happened, but that one just didn't perform for me. Now this other one here from Beezy Tarts, this was a sample in icy peppermint. I had received this in a D-stash. This was a really nice peppermint scent. When I smelled it, I just immediately thought of like Christmas candy canes. It was just very fresh and pepperminty, obviously. I put this one in the 24-watt hot plate in the bedroom. It had about a medium throw. If I was within like 6 to 7 feet of the warmer, I could smell it very easily. But any further out than that, it was harder to find, but you could still tell it was there. Like it was giving the room like a fresh ambiance. It was like an ambiance, but not a scent, unless you were close enough to the warmer, 6 or 7 feet, to actually smell it, if that really makes any sense. It is obviously on the older side. It's looking at about 10 months old, but I'm going to classify this as a medium throw and probably a little bit of a lower throw than would have been attributed to the age of the wax. So that's my statement on that one. Okay, this one from Candles from the Keeping Room is a 4-pack of toast in grapefruit and lemongrass. This is just grapefruit and lemongrass. It is a great scent in the bedroom. It is just fresh and energizing. And it's like making me like feel more awake over here when you smell it. So this one, it had, 4 tarts in there total. So one time I melted one in the Glade Warmer in the bedroom, and that was the first time I melted it. And it did like about like a medium high. Normally I get better performance from Candles from the Keeping Room. So the next time I melted 2 pieces of toast in the 24-watt hot plate, it did much better. It was like a high to a good throw easily. And then the last time I melted the single piece of toast in the Glade in the bathroom, and it seemed to do pretty good in there as well. So out of the 3 times I melted it, 2 times it was like a high good. 1 time it was a little bit lower, but overall I'm going to classify it as a high to a good throw. I will say when I smell this on cold, it definitely has like a perfumey scent overall. Yeah, it definitely has a perfumey scent, but when I was melting it and when it was hot, it was mostly just very fresh and clean. I did not get a perfumey scent. I would absolutely purchase this one again from Candles from the Keeping Room. This is going on my list for the next time I order to keep an eye out. This is a really, really great scent. Also from Candles from the Keeping Room, I melted this one sample. It was in Secret Wonderland type. So this one is strawberry, faded jasmine petals, white amber, and sandalwood is what is in here per the scent description. I put this one in the Glade Warmer in the bedroom, and this one was a low throw. I mean, I couldn't smell anything at all. I remember when it was melted. I think I melted this overnight, and I just didn't get anything out of it. It was just kind of strange. Now, when it's on cold, it definitely does smell cologne-y to me. And I did also write down that I thought there was sandalwood in here. So if I can pick up the sandalwood in here, it's definitely more of like, because my nose is stupid. If I can smell it, it's in there. So don't get this one if you're not a big fan of sandalwood. Now, normally I melt my Candles from the Keeping Room in a 24-watt hot plate. I threw this one in the Glade because like when I'm upstairs, I may melt and like I have to like rotate my warmer dishes around. So sometimes like it's the Glade and sometimes it's a 24-watt. This may have done better in the 24-watt. I don't know. But yeah, I did put that one in the Glade and it just really didn't do much for me. I did get through 3 of these here from Daphne's Divine, and I really enjoyed all of these this week. This one is Pink Strawberry Lemon Cookies, one of my favorites of the week. It was a really nice, zesty pink sugar scent. I put it in the 24-watt hot plate in the kitchen. I just really loved it. It was mostly the zesty pink sugar with like an undertone of cookie, but I really, really love this scent. Great scent. It's a high to good throw. Overall, I absolutely love this one. I think I have a couple more of that one somewhere as well. The next one here from Daphne's Divine, this one is Pink Grapefruit Peppermint. Now this one is kind of fun, so the camera's not focusing, sorry about that. But I put this one in the Glade Warmer in the bedroom, and this was last weekend. And, me and my husband were downstairs, and I went upstairs, and our bedroom door was closed, which, we don't have any kids. It's just us in the house, so we don't, normally close doors. But he had gone up to the bedroom, and he really liked the scent so much that he closed the bedroom door to, like, capture the scent more in the bedroom, so it was stronger. And he was, like, excited to, like, open the door and, like, walk into the scent. He's, like, behind me right now listening to me talk about him, and he's probably rolling his eyes. But He thought this smelled like lemon. He thought it was a really good lemon scent, and obviously there's no lemon in here, it's grapefruit. But he really did enjoy it. I really enjoyed this one as well. I can smell the peppermint on here when it's on cold. When it was on hot, it was definitely stronger on the lemon. Well, he thought lemon, but the grapefruit, the fruit scent, and then the pink sugar, and then the peppermint. I kept this one on overnight, so it was a good throw in the Glade when it started, and it went all night. And the next morning, after about 12 hours, I shut it off, and it was still throwing at about a medium to a high. So this one just did really well for me, and I just really, really love that scent. I think I've got a couple left, but I really wish I had more. That one is really good. And then also from Daphne's Divine, this one is Blackberry Satsuma Jam. I threw this one on in the Glade Warmer in the entryway last night. I didn't have it on that long, only about like 2 to 2.5 hours before I went to bed, and then I shut it off. But I remember when I was walking towards the entryway, I could smell it, you know, so it was throwing out. And then when I was in the loft area above the entryway, I could smell it as well. It wasn't like super in your face strong, but it was definitely present. You did not have to go searching for it, so I would classify this one as a high throw. To me, this one is stronger on the Satsuma scent than the Blackberry scent. Now, one thing is I do not get that weird perfumey blackberry jam undertone from this that I get from a lot of other blackberry jam scents. And I just don't smell it in there. It just smells like straight up fruit to me. Very energizing, very just crisp and kind of energizing is what this one is. So I really, really do like that blend. And I definitely have more of that one as well. From Front Porch, this was a more recent purchase. I think I got this in my last Front Porch haul. I wanted to melt this because this was the only thing I received in that haul that was in the original, like this kind of Front Porch packaging. So this one is pink and blue sugar cupcakes. It's pink sugar, blue sugar, you know, with cupcakes and everything in there. Now, funnily enough, the blue sugar in here is actually stronger than the pink sugar. When I smell this, I can definitely get blue sugar very, very strongly in here, and I have to kind of go searching for the pink sugar. I did melt 2 grubbies in the 24-watt hot plate in the kitchen 2 times. I wanted this in the kitchen both times because I just wanted to experience it. I don't know why. But the throw was, overall, it was a high. The first time I melted it, it seemed stronger for some reason. It seemed more like a good. And then the second time I melted it, it seemed more like a high. The exact same warmer in the exact same location. 2 different experiences. Who knows why exactly. But I do really like this scent. You can get the sweet bakery scent of the cupcakes in there, but you got to dig for it underneath that blue sugar scent, which is definitely the strongest note in here to me on hot for sure. But I definitely enjoyed that one. Actually, somebody asked me in a comment on another video, and I've been really bad at doing my YouTube comments because I've been focusing on this Erin Condren planner this week rather than logging onto YouTube. But somebody asked me why I melt 2 Front Porch grubbies at a time instead of 1. I have melted 1 grubby at a time before and have got good performance from it. For me right now, it's just about just getting through the wax and trying to have it not go to waste, even with giving it away. And I sent out a box to my mom and dad last week and a box to my mother-in-law. Even with me giving my wax away, I still have a lot. And that is the only reason I melt 2 grubbies at a time, because I think 1 grubby does fine for Front Porch, you know, most of the time. Okay, this one here from L3 Waxy Wonders, Zucchini Bread Vanilla Cookies. Now, I have struggled with getting the throw that I want from L3 Waxy Wonders in the past. With my bakery scents, I need at least a high throw. Bedroom scents, medium throw is what I need at a minimum. High throw for my bakery though. If it's a bakery scent, it's got to throw at least a high. Now this one did throw as a high. I did cut the chunk into 2, and I've heard actually that L3 Waxy Wonders does better with smaller amounts of wax. I melted it once in the Glade in the entryway, had about a high throw. And then I melted it in the 24-watt hot plate in the kitchen, had about a high throw. I really did like this scent. You guys know I love sweet zucchini bread scents, but this one was definitely stronger on the cookie scent than zucchini bread. So when I was melting it, I had to kind of dig for that zucchini bread scent, but the cookie scent was very, very enjoyable. So I definitely enjoyed this one, and I got the performance that I wanted out of it. So cutting it in half, and maybe, I've heard some people even cut it into quarters, L3 Waxy Wonder chunks, and it does really well. So I think if you're throwing in the whole chunk and you're not getting the performance that you want, cut it into a smaller chunk and see how it does, because that one definitely seemed to work better for me that way. All right, now let me get through this stack here from Lasting Scent Candles. The first one here is in Sweet Pink. This one I put in the 24-watt hot plate in the kitchen. I really do like the scent. Obviously, it's a sweet candy scent. It is about the sweetest candy scent that I can tolerate. I did enjoy it though. It wasn't like overly candy. I did get the super sweet candy scent on cold, but on hot, it wasn't as sweet, and maybe that's why I enjoyed it. So it was like more candy on cold, on hot, less candy, if that makes any sense. So this one I got a good throw out of when I was melting it in the kitchen in 24 watt. This one is a blend of pink bubblegum, pink cotton candy, pink sugar sprinkles, and rock candy. So all sorts of sweet sugary scents are in that one. I really did enjoy that one. Now this one here is definitely one of my favorites of the week, pink sugar buns. So it's kind of funny because the day that I melted this one in the 24-watt hot plate in the kitchen, I had received some cookies. So I was in my kitchen and I was like, oh my God. I'm like, those cookies smell amazing. I'm like, what? Like, that is a really strong cookie scent. And I was looking around and I realized it wasn't coming from the cookies. It was coming from the tart. And this thing had barely started to melt. Barely. And I could get, to me, it smelled like a cookie. Now, there's not a cookie fragrance in here, but like, just a really sweet bakery scent. It was really, really good. Now this one has sweet bakery buns, sticky vanilla, and pink sugar sprinkles. You can smell pink sugar in here, but I'm telling you guys, that really good bakery scent in here is stronger than the pink sugar. Definitely dominated. Good throw in my 24-watt hot plate. I loved this one. I kept this one on all night. It's really good. It smells to me more like a sugar cookie scent than a bakery bun scent, but I love this one. So if that one ever comes back from Lasting Scent Candles, if I can ever catch a Lasting Scent Candles opening, then I would get that one. Man, you know, Lasting Scent Candles, they seem to open like during the time I'm coming home from work on a Friday, and I think the last 2 openings it's been like that. Like I leave work and then in the half an hour it takes me to come home from work, they've opened. So I think I'm noticing a pattern with them. So I just got to keep a better eye out from now on for that one. Okay, this next one here from Lasting Scent Candles is Strawberry Fields. This is their fresh picked strawberry fragrance oil. This one I melted in the 24-watt hot plate in the kitchen. It definitely did good. Now, at the time that I melted this, I couldn't remember if there was a fresh picked strawberry scent, but when I was melting it, that's what I thought it was. It was not sugary. It did smell like a fresh picked strawberry, and I definitely enjoy it. It smelled better on hot than it does on cold, because when I smell it right now, like in this thing, it doesn't necessarily smell like fresh picked strawberry, but I remember it smelling better for some reason when it was hot. But either way, this is a really good one and a good throw, good performance at the 24-watt hot plate. Now this one here, Sugar Sparkle, this one I also put in the kitchen in the 24-watt hot plate. This one for me was just not memorable. I just don't remember it throwing exceptionally well or bad, or smelling exceptionally good or bad. It was just kind of like one of those things that I think it was enjoyable, it just wasn't memorable. So the throw from this one was a medium overall. It was the weakest of the 4 that I had melted from Lasting Scent Candles. Now what is in here are sugar crystals, vanilla cookie, caramel taffy, and sparkling lemon. So if I look at all this stuff in the scent description, it sounds like it's right up my alley. And it is really nice, and maybe I just need to give this one another try, because smelling it now like on cold, it just smells better than I remember it smelling. So it's also possible my mind was like just on something else that day. You know, like you leave work and you're thinking about something and it's like bugging you. It's possible I was having one of those days and I just couldn't really remember. Because when I smell this on cold, I'm really, really liking how that smells. Okay, from Mariposa Candle Company, this is a clamshell here in Cool Citrus Basil. This is a remelt for me. I had received this, I think, in my first order from Mariposa. I liked it so much on my second order, I ordered this again. This is a Bath & Body Works dupe. This one is just, it's a good performer. It is a good throw when I melt it. Now this one I put in the Glade Warmer one time in the bedroom and then the Glade Warmer in the bathroom. It did good throw both times. And it's just such a beautiful, beautiful scent. Very fresh, energizing, just really, really great. And so now that I've melted through 2 clamshells of this, I can say that this is probably one of my favorite scents from Mariposa Candle Company. Like I said, I love the scent, and the performance has been good for both of the clamshells that I've received from that one. One of my favorites of the week. The next one here from Mariposa Candle Company is Cranberry Orange Scone. I melted 3 cubes in the entryway in the Glade. The throw from the Glade was about a medium throw, and then I put the other 3 cubes in the 24-watt hot plate in the kitchen, and the throw was better. It was about a high throw, so overall like a medium high throw. Now, when I was in the kitchen, I could smell it as soon as I walked into the room. It hit you. It was very present. This one is a really nice sugary orange scent. It's more orangey to me than bakery, but that's fine with me because I really, really love orange. Now, what is actually in here is a sweet English scone, orange citrus, sweet cranberry, fresh lemon, coconut milk, pastry, melted butter, and vanilla drizzle. So there's all sorts of like good, yummy scents in there. But overall, very sweet orangey scent. Now, actually, now that I know that lemon is in here, I think I can smell lemon. The power of suggestion, you guys, right? Like, but anyways, I really did enjoy that one from Mariposa. Getting into Sniff My Tarts. This one here is in strawberry jam, zucchini, marshmallow. I received this in either like a mystery bag or a mystery box. I don't remember. This one I put in the Glade Warmer in the entryway. It did decently. It was a high throw. It filled up my whole loft area with like this really sweet strawberry bakery scent. The one thing I could not smell on here on hot was zucchini bread. Like, I don't think I could smell it at all. It really was very strong in the strawberry jam scent and the marshmallow mixed in there. I definitely enjoyed it, but I definitely would appreciate the zucchini bread in there more if I could smell it, because you guys know I freaking love zucchini bread. Now, I will say that even though this was a high throw, the reason I melted it is because like the bag split. So when I was going through my wax, picking out my melts for the week, I noticed as the bag had split. So that probably also affected some of the fragrance may have, seeped out or evaporated or whatever, right? Because the bag was not really sealed, but it was in a container, so that could have affected it. But I was happy with the performance. The next one here is strawberry white cake from Sniff My Tarts. This one was a really cute like piece of a chunk. I cut it in half and I melted half of it in the Glade Warmer in the entryway and the other half in the kitchen in the 24 watt. It was like a medium in the Glade in the entryway and a high in the 24 watt in the kitchen. So like a medium high. Overall, this one is not my favorite strawberry white cake because it's a sweet strawberry scent, and don't get me wrong, I love sweet strawberry scents mixed with cake scents. I would still melt this 5 times a week if I could. But my all-time favorite strawberry white cake scent smells more like a fresh picked strawberry mixed with cake. This one to me is more of a sweet strawberry mixed with cake. So still definitely enjoyable, like medium high throw overall. I would get it again, but it's not like something that I would want to necessarily buy in like a whole sheet cake or something like that, but it is an enjoyable scent. The next one here from Sniff My Tarts was a cruller donut, and it had, in vanilla lavender, and you can see it had like lavender sprigs or whatever the heck that is in there. No, it's not like bugs in the bag or anything like that. This one I put in the Glade Warmer in the bathroom. I kept it on overnight. The throw overall was about a medium. I could definitely smell it, if I was looking for it, but it was not like something that would hit me if I was walking around and was really obvious. This was a really nice sweet lavender scent. Lavender, I could take it or leave it with lavender. It's not something that I seek out, so I would not necessarily seek this one out again. Just lavender is just not one of my favorites, but I still do like it. Okay, here from 30 Street Crafts, I melted this chunk this morning. Oh, it was so cute. In Emerald City. So this one is Granny Smith green apples, honeydew melon, and sweet sponge sugar. This one, the throw was high to a good. I have experienced pretty consistent a high to a good throw from all of my 30 Street Crafts or 30 Street Wax. So I've always enjoyed it. Now this one, it was a really good bakery melon scent. I could smell the apple in there, but at least when it was on hot, the melon was really more of the standout scent over the apple, but it was really enjoyable. It filled up my whole kitchen living room area this morning. I was hanging out in the living room watching TV, sniffing the air, and I could easily smell it. To me, that's what my ideal kitchen melt is like. It's if I can smell it in the kitchen and the living room and I don't have to go searching for it, I would absolutely get that one again. I know that she's doing not a customer favorites restock, but a restock that the customers voted on, the ones they wanted to come back. So if that one comes back again, I would get that one again. From Tiffany Candles, this one here is a scent shot in pink marshmallow. You can see this one is, I received this in an odor haul that I did from Tiffany Candles. So the wax is getting on 8 months old, something like that. This one I put in the Glade Warmer in the entryway, and it was a high throw. I could easily smell it. So good scent. It's pink sugar and marshmallow, everybody. I think most people know what that smells like, but it's a really good scent. And I was very, very happy with the performance from this one. So that one is a keeper for sure. Also from Tiffany Candles, I melted a scent shot in a pink grapefruit. Now the reason it's in this bag is when I received the order, a couple of the scent shots, like the lids had cracked. So I just rebagged it in polypropylene when I received it like way back last year. So this one is not pink sugar and grapefruit. It is just a like fresh grapefruit scent. Is all this in here. So it's straight fruit. I put this in the 24-watt hot plate in the kitchen. Once again, it's about 8 months old. The throw was around a medium to a high. So at first I couldn't really smell a whole lot at all. Then I went outside to do some work, you know, was in the fresh air. I came back in and then I could easily smell it as soon as I walked through the door. This one was more of a tart grapefruit to me, more than a sweet grapefruit. So definitely more of like an authentic grapefruit smell rather than like a grapefruit bakery smell. It's not super sweet, but that one is enjoyable. I would get it again. I do enjoy grapefruit. Also from Tiffany Candles, I melted a single sample tart in Wildberry Scone. This one was back from January. This one I put in the Glade Warmer in the entryway. Low throw, I just didn't get much out of it. Now normally when I melt scallops, I almost always throw in 2 scallops. I like having more wax in there. As long as it's not like too much wax. There is a point I think that like it starts to go the other way. But anyways, this one didn't throw. I think if I had a little bit more wax in this, like maybe 2 scallops or like a teddy tart, I might have gotten a better performance out of this one. But I did enjoy the scent. It's a really sweet fruit scent. Now what is actually in here is English scone with strawberry, coconuts, raspberry, and blackberry. So there is a bakery note in here obviously with the scone. It is a really nice scent. I would absolutely buy this again in like a 3-pack of scallops or a 3-pack of teddy tarts or something, because I do enjoy the scent. And I think the performance, you know, I don't put a whole lot of stock necessarily like all the time into one scallop. You know, you guys know me. I like to melt a lot of wax. So I would purchase that again, that scent. Now getting here into 2-timing tart, this is Parasol. If you guys have been watching my Scents of Days Gone By, with my 2-timing tart, you may have noticed I am purposely reaching for my older 2-timing tart because I still have a couple things left over from 2013, obviously, so I'm trying to melt all the older stuff before I get to the newer stuff. This is in the old wax formula. The new wax formula came out around like January 5th, 2014. So anyways, it's old wax formula and it's relatively old for soy wax. I do love this scent. It's green fig and peach blossoms. And it's a very unique scent, and it's not overly floral. I do not know if Peach Blossoms has like a peach fruit scent and like a floral scent, but I swear that I can smell a little bit of peach in here. It's a really, really beautiful scent. So I melted this one in the Glade in the bathroom and the 24-watt in the bedroom. The throw was around like a low to a medium. Now, when it was in the bedroom, I could tell that it was there. Like the room just smelled kind of nice, but it wasn't like an obvious fragrance scent. Do you guys kind of like know what I mean? Like I could sense it was there, but it was not like super there. Okay, I don't know if that makes any sense, but the scent here is beautiful. I need to buy this in the new wax formula because this is probably one of my favorite scents from her, and I want to experience that with a little bit of a better throw. Now, also from 2-timing tart, I melted through this one scent shot here. Once again, old wax formula back from 2013, an Alpine Snowdrift Raspberry Porter. Now, this one to me overall just smelled like a fresh air scent, so I didn't really smell like an alcohol scent or a raspberry scent as much in here. It's just very fresh air. You know what? Actually, I can smell raspberry. I can smell it, but it's blended pretty well in there. Now, I threw this one in the Glade Warmer in the bathroom, about a medium throw. I could smell it if I went looking for it, and it kind of just smelled clean and fresh. Not like clean, like cleaner, but just fresh and beautiful. So, medium throw out of the Glade in the bathroom. That is not a scent that she normally carries. I think that was like a special for the holidays, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that particular scent again. From Victoria's Designer Creations, this was like a kind of cute, chunky, decorated square thing in Razzle Dazzled Dream. So, I don't know what the scent description is for this one, but anyways, it smelled to me just like a really nice sweet berry bakery scent. Now, this one I did cut in half, so I put half of it in the 24-watt hot plate in the kitchen, and the other half I did in the Glade in the entryway. It was a high to a good throw both times from both experiences. When I melted it in the entryway, I did keep that on overnight, and I could still smell it the next morning. So it still did pretty good there, and it did fill up the entire entryway. It filled up the whole loft area as well. So I definitely enjoyed this one. I did write down that the performance was slightly better in the Glade rather than the 24 watt. Some of this wax was like on the softer side. It was kind of like, you know, that like mushier type of wax. So like I think I've said before, I've noticed that that kind of wax tends to do better in the lower wattage warmers. This one from Victoria's Designer Creations was an ice cream scoop in mango lime smoothie. Now on cold, I absolutely love the scent. There's a lot of people, I think, on her Facebook group page that talk about this one, that they really like it. And it's super enjoyable. You can definitely smell the mango in there, and it's a really nice mango scent. It's not super strong on a lime scent, so if there's someone out there that like really hates lime, this one's a little bit more subtle on it. So now I really love the scent. I threw it in the 24 watt hot plate in the kitchen, about a medium throw. I definitely would have liked to have experienced a better throw with this one because I like the scent so much. But medium throw out of it in the 24 watt. So I do have a few more tarts in this scent. I will probably try it in the Glade Warmer next time, or maybe just throw it in the 24 watt again. Maybe my experience will be different. Okay, down to the last two here. Man, I must be talking a mile a minute because I think I'm going to come in at under 40 minutes for this video. This first one here is in Grapevine and Oak. I have melted this one before. The first time I melted it, I think I wrote down that overall like it was like a medium. This time it did a lot better. I put this in the Glade Warmer in the bathroom and it filled up the whole bathroom, went down the hallway. It was so easy to smell. It was very present. I really love the scent. This one does have the scent of grapes in it, and I think this time around I could smell it. I really enjoyed this one. One of my favorites of the week. This one is crisp grapes, citrus, and man, I wrote down the scent description over here, and it looks like I wrote down C-A-H, or oak. Oak, O-A-K, is oak. So grapes, citrus, and oak. So like I said, the first time I melted it, my experience didn't seem to be as enjoyable. This time when I melted it, I just enjoyed it immensely. I just don't know why there was such a difference, but I was really happy with the performance from that in the 24 watt Glade Warmer. And then the next one, the last one I have to talk about is this one here from Yankee Candle. It's called Winterland. Was not able to find a scent description. I think they're not like making it now. Obviously, it may come back. I don't know if it's discontinued. I have no idea. But I put this one in the Glade Warmer in the bathroom. It was a low to medium throw. It's kind of like, you know, those clean air scents. Like sometimes when they don't throw super well, you can still tell that they're like there because the air does smell like really nice and clean. But it's not like an obvious perfume or fragrance nice and clean. It just smells like clean. So that's kind of the way that this one was kind of going for me. So low to medium throw overall, but I could tell it was there in a way. But it's not something that I love so much that I would like want to get this again, you know, if it came back this winter or anything like that. But anyways, you guys, that is it. That is all of the stuff. So still melting like a mad person over here, constantly organizing and reorganizing wax. But I get to go pick out my melts for this next week here, probably tonight or tomorrow morning. I go through like all my bins and I pick out a little of this, little of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.